Sagittarius, welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at The Love Messages. So today we are going to be doing your reading for the 21st to the 28th of May. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be links in the description box for a private reading with me if you so choose. Sagittarius, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge for the final week of May is the King of Swords. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Swords upright, okay? So your biggest challenge here with the King of Swords could mean a number of things. Could be a specific person you're dealing with, but I'm not really getting that. For some of you, it is an air sign that you're dealing with, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. That is coming to the surface. If it's not a specific person that you're dealing with, your challenge here is to maybe embody the King of Swords energy, to really be thorough and logical in your approach. Now, the final week of May is really going to hit a very strong change for all of us. And that is Saturn moving into Aries, okay? Now, if you were born between 1996 and 1998, this means your Saturn return is happening. So you're now maturing. You're now becoming really aware of adulting, really. Saturn return can be a little bit dull for a lot of us. Even if you weren't born between those years, this is about you becoming a lot more structured, a lot more responsible about something specifically in your life. And it may be challenging for you to get into this area of being in the King of Swords energy, right? I feel some of you are responsible maybe for an animal or a child. You're responsible for something here, and that's coming to the surface. It may be challenging for you in regards to that, but we're going to clarify and get more information on your challenge in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords, and you have the Justice. So in the recent past, I do get a sense here, there was a lot of this independence, Nine of Pentacles, really working on your independence, becoming successful, wanting that for yourself, right? Being in this energy of really having your own money and just not needing to rely on other people. I think that that was something that really came to the surface for you that you really wanted to work on. I do feel something was done unfairly to you in the past with the Justice, and you wanted to set it right by really working on yourself. And that is what drove you to work on yourself here in the past. The fact that something that was unjustifiable, unjust happened to you, and you started to do research, right, on how can I be more successful? How can I be financially independent? How can I set things right in my life? How can I bring more balance into my life? So something triggered you to put yourself into action, to become more self-reliant here in the past. That's what I'm seeing. We're going to clarify this and get more information for you in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Something here in the present moment has really come to an end. Rock bottom energy. And it's kind of a good thing because this situation may have needed to come to an end for whatever reason. We're going to find out when we clarify. The good thing here for you, Sagittarius, is there is a brand new passionate beginning that's happening for you. It may not be happening in the physical, but it's happening from a spiritual standpoint. Once Saturn enters into Aries, you're going to have way more of this feeling of ease when it comes to being responsible, taking responsibility for things. It's no longer going to feel like a drag, right? So when you're doing stuff in your life that are mundane and everyday stuff, you're going to say, oh, I actually feel a lot more confident doing this. I feel more driven to do this. I feel like I'm ready to do this, right? So King of Pentacles is here. This could be somebody that you're dealing with. This could be your energy. We're going to find out when we clarify. In the near future, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and you have the Ten of Pentacles, okay? This definitely has something to do with your finances here. The Five of Pentacles is here, so I'm not sure why it's here. It's a very contradicting energy. Maybe there's a decision or a choice that you have to make. Again, I'm going to have to clarify because I'm not getting anything for that energy, but it's probably a very specific message that somebody needs to hear, okay? What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, Two of Swords, you're closing yourself off, possibly to a relationship, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. A lot of you right now, I think you're tired of seeking love. A lot of you may need to make a decision on whether or not you're going to entertain a new love or a relationship in general. And the reason why I think love is not a priority to you right now, and I'm not saying that love will never be a priority, or maybe it is a priority, but you're questioning whether it should be or shouldn't be. I really do feel what you don't see coming, Sagittarius. A lot of you need that time just for yourself. There's something here about, I don't really have time for love right now. I want to have time for love, but I don't really have time for it right now. I really like you. I think you're a nice person, but I just don't have the time right now. And I think the reason why a lot of you are in this stance is because as Saturn enters into Aries, you're going to start to feel this need to start getting serious within yourself. For anybody to have a successful relationship, whether you're married or wanting a marriage or wanting a commitment, you have to be in good standing with yourself. If you're not in a place of good standing, what that opens yourself up to is attracting the wrong people. And that's what you're afraid of here in the near future with the Two of Swords. You're afraid that if you do open yourself up, you may attract the wrong relationship, you may attract the wrong love. And that's what's been happening for a lot of you, right? You jump into a relationship, it's good at the beginning, but then some tower moment happens right thereafter. So many of you right now are in this place where you're saying, you know what, I think I need to take a break. I need to take myself off the market, and I really need to work through the issues that are here at hand, okay? So that's what's happening at this time. We're gonna get into your reading, Sagittarius. We're gonna clarify everything and get some more information for you, okay? Let's start off with clarifying your challenge. Okay. Okay, your challenge, the King of Swords, is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. You have the Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands. So your biggest challenge here, Sagittarius, has a lot to do with your personal satisfaction. Okay, just like what I said, I'm going to say it again. For you to have a successful relationship, whether you're already in a relationship or you're wanting to attract one, you have to be happy within yourself. If you are somebody who's depressed, sad, nothing is going on for you, nothing in your life is successful, you can't expect a relationship to be the replacement of that, okay? In other words, you have to feel okay within yourself. You have to feel okay within yourself. You have to feel confident enough within yourself that you've accomplished everything that you need to before you can pour yourself into someone else. And this is what your challenge is about right now, okay? Your challenge with the Seven of Pentacles, this is about really finding the time to reevaluate your life and to really reevaluate what is going to make you feel satisfied. The Nine of Cups is a satisfaction card. It could be used for good or bad, right? It could be a card of really overeating and over drinking and maybe not eating and drinking the right things. Or it could be a card of, I really have to pour into myself. I really have to be happy and satisfied within myself from a healthy perspective and standpoint. So your challenge here has a lot to do with reevaluating things that you need to work on within yourself at the final week of May. Get really, really, really stern with yourself because only you can do it. I can't sit here and scold you every day and neither is anybody else. You have to be your own worst enemy. And this is a good thing because it's really going to drive home the fact that in order for you to have and attract or remain being in a healthy and beautiful and successful relationship, you have to do the work on yourself. And I don't care when you decide to do it. The longer you delay it, the longer you delay your happiness, okay? And of course, you can bypass everything I'm telling you and just hop into a relationship, but it's not going to discredit the fact that there's still work that needs to be done internally on an individual basis. And this is going to be a big part of your challenge, okay? And we've been talking about this now for the last few weeks. I know it's kind of redundant, but it is coming up for you and it is something that you have to be aware of, okay? Now, let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify all the cards. Okay, so in the recent past, you have the 9 of Pentacles. That is clarified by the 2 of Swords in reverse, the 7 of Cups in reverse, and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. The reason why a partnership had a falling out, okay, a lot of you had a falling out with a partner, maybe you were working with this person or there was some sort of disagreement here in the past, was because there was a lack of clarity in the past about the future. There was a lack of really getting clear on things, and I think a lot of you saw the vision of becoming very successful and getting something and gaining something out of this, but you failed to realize the pitfalls of this situation, right? And the 2 of Pentacles, or excuse me, the 2 of Swords here in the recent past in reverse is saying that a lot of you dropped your guard. And when things didn't work out the way that you wanted them to work out, it really affected your confidence here in the past in regards to a partnership that you were involved in. As a result of that, you started to do some investigation. You started to maybe do some research here in the past. And a lot of you really realized that a relationship that you were involved in here in the past, the toxic elements of the relationship were really hard to ignore here in the past, okay, with the Devil in reverse. So even though a lot of you didn't want to see the negative traits of a relationship, they just started to crop up more and more and more. And what you started to realize here in the past, Sagittarius, with the 4 of Swords in reverse is no matter how much you tried to heal from the situation, it just was so hard for you to forgive or heal from the situation. And there was issues in the connection that brought you a lot of worry and stress. And again, this is why a lot of you started to research and analyze, you know, how can I just do things on my own? How can I be more independent? How can I have more freedom in my life? Because I don't want to rely on somebody that's toxic. I don't want to rely on a person who just doesn't get it. Some of you are dealing with someone who just didn't get you in the past, okay? And this is why this took place. Now, I do feel in the past with the Justice here, there was some amends to work on things to make things better. You have the King of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So this person did move slowly towards you to bring forth a new opportunity between you both. And I think that there was a lot of love here, but it didn't discredit the issues that were showing up here in the past. And I think a lot of you failed to make an important decision here in the past. You may have said to yourself, oh, you know what? I'll make a change later. I'll deal with it later. And again, it doesn't discredit the fact that there was issues that needed to be addressed here. Now with Saturn moving into Aries, you're going to realize very quickly that things need to change and things need to be addressed. And this is really going to help you to feel more fulfilled within yourself. Okay. And this is what I see happened in the past. Now let's clarify the present moment. There's a lot of reversals in your reading. I'm not going to, I'm not worried about it because there is an important message that you may need to hear, okay, in regards to this. Top of your reading, you have the Ace of Wands, which is a good energy. You know, you're realizing that new beginnings are here and are starting. There's something, Sagittarius, in the present moment, you feel alone. You feel isolated. You feel as if you don't know what your next move should be. You have the 5 of Swords and the Fool. I do feel there's competition, okay, in the present moment, and this isn't a bad thing. Some of you are shying away from the competition or you're pretending like it's not an issue, but here's the thing. What Saturn is going to do when it enters into Aries, and I know I keep mentioning this, I'm preparing you all for what is to come. The good thing here is that with the Five of Swords, a lot of you may look at the Five of Swords as a bad thing. You may say, oh, that's a bad thing. I don't want competition. I don't want to feel pushed to do something that I don't want to do. This competition is needed because you've been stagnant for so long. This competition is going to allow you the opportunity to have a brand new beginning, okay? It's going to allow you to take a leap of faith. This Five of Swords is pushing you out of your comfort zone. A lot of you are in this comfort zone. It's like a little nest and you're sitting there and it's so cozy and it's so comfortable. Let me turn on the fire. Oh yeah, that heat, it feels good. So you got to come out of that. Okay. Part of your growth is feeling a little bit uncomfortable. And here's the thing. You are ruled by Jupiter, which means luck comes to you in all shapes, ways, and sizes, different sizes, shapes, and forms, right? But when Saturn enters into Aries, it's going to push you a little bit more to get out of that comfort zone. And that's what's going to help you grow. Okay. Especially because, like I said, you want this independence. This is something you're striving for. You want ultimate freedom, ultimate independence. That's your goal in life. What is your life if you don't have freedom, right? When you're stuck, that should push you to make changes. That should push you to become better. That should make you realize that something here needs to change. And that's what this competition is doing. That's what it's doing. It's forcing you to come out of this comfort zone of being by the fire, twiddling your toes, and feeling comfortable. Growth involves stepping outside of that. Growth involves pressure. It involves this constant grind for you to grow. Now, the question is, are you open to that? And if the answer is no, well, that's what you need to get serious about with yourself. And when you start to do that and you start to elevate yourself, you're going to attract completely different energy to you, which is going to allow you to have that prosperous, beautiful relationship that you're either already in or that is coming into your life. Okay, so the King of Pentacles here, I don't know who the King of Pentacles is. It's quite a random energy, but let's clarify it. King of Pentacles is clarified by the Hierophant in reverse, the Three of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Swords. The reason why a marriage or a commitment that you're involved in isn't working anymore is because there's a lack of vision, like in the past. Remember, in the past, you jumped into something because it benefited you. You jumped into it because you said, oh, this is going to benefit me, so I'm going to do it. But here's the thing, benefiting you isn't enough. Getting an opportunity is not enough, but having a vision for what that opportunity is going to mean for you in the future is the key here. So the reason why there's a fallout in a marriage, the reason why somebody's choosing not to commit to you anymore, or why there's a lack of commitment in the connection, is because there's a lack of clarity about where this is going. Somebody is investing their time, their energy, and money into this, but they're not clear on where it's going. And listen, if you're not clear on something, it's not going to be successful. There needs to be a clear blueprint of expectations here on your end and on this person's end. Otherwise, it's just going to lead to an ending. And this is why some of you are accepting the fact that a relationship is ending. Something here isn't working anymore. Why isn't it working? Because somebody here feels rejected. They don't feel wanted. They don't feel appreciated in the present moment. They've walked away from you, or you've walked away from them. And this person may be moving towards new love, or maybe you're moving towards new love. Somebody is moving towards something that's a lot more fulfilling in the present moment because they're tired of wasting their time on something here that is not balanced. That's something here that's not clear. Something, and again, Saturn is going to come into Aries and it's going to help you to realize the things that you need to get clear on, the things that you need to get really serious about to see the type of results that you want in your life moving forward. Okay, so this is what I have for you in the present moment. We're going to finalize your reading off with the near future. What can you expect in the near future? Lots of reversals, but they're needed. Okay. Magician at the bottom of the deck, you are your creator. You are the manifester here in the near future. The Ten of Pentacles, a very important message about your finances in the near future. That's clarified by the Five of Wands in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles in the near future. So your message here in the near future is not to shy away from conflict. Somebody from your past that you're rejecting, or a situation connected to your past that's connected to a conflict, you are pushing it away, or you don't want to see it, or you're ignoring it. And what you fail to realize here in the Sagittarius in the near future, what you fail to realize is that there is a huge opportunity in connection, in conjunction with this conflict that you're facing connected to your past. Somebody here is giving to you or being generous with you and giving you an opportunity to grow, to become the best and ultimate version of yourself. But when the conflict comes, you shy away from it and you don't want to have any part in it. And remember, part of tension is part of your growth. The more you ignore tension, the more you ignore problems, the more you want everything to be easy on easy street, the more you miss opportunities. Bottom line. And there's a lot of money at stake here that you may lose because you're ignoring something that you need to address. Okay. Now, you also have the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Wands, the Star, and the High Priestess. So in the near future, there is a separation, okay? There's still a very strong spiritual connection here between you and this person, but there is a separation because there's a lack of healing. There's a lack of vision for the future, and I keep repeating the same thing. Why? Some of you are going to comment, or you're going to be thinking when you watch this reading, why do you keep repeating the same thing, Monica? Because I'm trying to get through to you. I'm trying to get through to you, okay, on a nice way. Okay, I'm trying to get through to you. Some of you are going to get it. Some of you aren't. Some of you, you're going to watch this and you're going to say, oh, I get it now. Okay, thank you. Others of you are going to watch this and say, you're too harsh. But the reality here is that because you had a lack of vision in the past and you have a lack of vision in the future, it's not going anywhere. And it's leading to a separation. It's leading to you leaving someone or they're leaving you because there's a lack of vision here. In the near future, you have the Queen of Swords. Some of you are dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. In the near future, you have the Tower in reverse, the Page of Cups in reverse, and the Moon. Somebody here doesn't like the fact that there's a breakup. They're trying to act like there isn't a breakup, that it's not happening when it really is. And deep down inside, what this person wants in the near future with you is they want an apology. They want a sincere apology, and they want to see the connection be rebuilt, okay? Because something here has stopped, or it's stopped growing, or it stopped moving forward here because, again, lack of vision, afraid of conflict, running away from conflict, missing opportunities, abandoning things when really you shouldn't abandon them. You should work on them and make them better. So again, running away, blocking yourself from potential is what's hindering you at this time. Okay. And this is what Saturn's going to do. It's going to come in. It's going to help you realize the things that you need to get serious about to see the results that you want in your life. Okay. So let's get some advice for you, Sagittarius. What's the advice? You have the Six of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups, and you have the Fool. So your biggest piece of advice here is, just like I've been saying, I've been reiterating it your whole reading. I've been sounding like a broken record. Yep, broken record. But it's needed. That's why you're here, because you want to grow, right? That's why you're on the love messages. So the Fool here is talking about wanting to have a new beginning. You need to take risks. You need to be open to taking calculated risks. But before you decide to take a risk or take a leap of faith on a new beginning, you have to identify what is going to make you happy in your life. You cannot seek happiness outside of yourself and expect somebody else to fulfill your happiness by searching for love or putting yourself in situations where you need to feed on other people. You need to learn how to feed upon yourself and fulfill yourself. Once you do that and you reach this level of feeling satisfied within yourself, you'll be able to be in this energy of naturally being successful. A lot of you are already doing that. If you are, then if you're already doing this, it means that you're past this timeline. Some of you aren't past this timeline. But if you're having a difficulty finding fulfillment within yourself or finding an ability to achieve all your dreams, your wishes, and goals, you have to turn inward. This is going to be huge. And when you start to do that, you're going to start to feed on your own energy and create your own success for yourself instead of relying on somebody else to do it for you. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to take a risk and feel confident in taking that risk in towards that new beginning, right? So ultimately, your advice here is to recognize that success comes in increments. It comes when you satisfy yourself and you work on yourself, and then you ultimately take calculated risks that are going to lead to your success. Success doesn't just happen by blinking your eyes and twiddling your thumbs, twiddling your toes by the fireplace. It happens when you take that leap of faith, when you put yourself outside of your comfort zone. And the more you do that, the closer you are going to get to success. Okay. So Sagittarius, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thank you very much for tuning into this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.